somewhere incredible in Asia, and there are monkeys everywhere. They're cute, right? Super clever, a perfect photo opportunity. But then one gets a little too close, a little too bold, and suddenly you've got a bite, or even just a scratch. Your first thought might be, it's nothing. But that small wound, well, it could be the start of something really, really serious. So let's just ask the big question right up front. Is that monkey bite just a minor inconvenience, or is it a deadly risk? Well, it turns out that depending on the monkey and, more importantly, what you do in the next few minutes, the answer could literally be the difference between life and death. Let's dive into why. I want to start with a number that really sets the stage: 80%. According to the BC Center for Disease Control, that's the estimated mortality rate for someone who gets simian B virus and doesn't get treated. 80%. This is absolutely not something to take lightly. But the key word in all of this is untreated, which is fantastic news because it means we can do something about it. So, to really get a handle on this risk, we need to look closer at what's actually hiding inside that bite. It turns out there are two main bad guys we need to worry about, and one of them is probably a complete unknown to most people. And here they are: rabies and simian B virus. Now, you've definitely heard of rabies, but that second one, B virus, that's the real curveball here. It's less famous, but believe me, it is just as dangerous. And a single bite could expose you to both. So let's get to know these two viruses a little better. Know thy enemy and all that. Because understanding how they're different is really the key to grasping why the response has to be so specific. Okay, so check out the difference. On one side, you've got rabies. We all know this one. It can come from a bunch of different mammals, and it's basically 100% fatal once symptoms show up, but it's preventable with treatment. Now, on the other side is simian B virus. It's actually a type of herpes virus. In the monkey, it might be no big deal, maybe like a cold sore, but in a human, it can attack the nervous system and lead to fatal brain swelling. It's a totally different beast. And this is exactly why knowing what kind of monkey it was is so important. The main carrier for B virus is the macaque monkey. We're talking about rhesus macaques, pig-tailed macaques, the ones you often see in tourist spots all over Asia. If your encounter was with a macaque, the B virus risk just shot way, way up. So what do? It's a scary situation, but here's the good news. The most powerful actions you can possibly take happen in the first 15 minutes. That is your golden window. And look, this isn't just some friendly advice. This is a direct, no-nonsense guideline from the World Health Organization. Wash, flush, disinfect. These 3 steps are your first line of defense, and honestly, they are completely non-negotiable. Let's break this down because it's so important. First step, find soap and water right away. I mean, immediately. Do not wait. You need to start washing that wound within 5 minutes. Step 2, you're going to wash and flush that thing continuously for a full 15 minutes. Set a timer on your phone if you have to. And I don't mean a gentle rinse. You need to scrub. The goal is to physically remove the virus. And then finally, step 3, after the wash, you disinfect it with something like an iodine or ethanol solution. I really, really want to let this sink in, more than anything else you do. That immediate, aggressive 15-minute wash is the single most powerful thing you can do to save your own life. It's simple, but it is so incredibly effective. But as crucial as that first aid is, you're not done yet. Not by a long shot. Now we've got to talk about the next step, getting professional medical help. Your next stop, with absolutely no delay, has to be a doctor or a hospital. And when you get there, they're likely going to start you on something called PEP. That stands for post-exposure prophylaxis. All that really means is it's a course of medicine you take after you've been exposed but before you get sick. The whole idea is to stop the virus dead in its tracks. Now, because you might have been exposed to 2 different things, you need treatment for both. For rabies, that's going to be a shot of rabies immune globulin plus a series of 4 vaccine doses. And for the B virus, it's typically a 14-day course of an antiviral pill, something like valacyclovir. This is why it's so important you tell the doctor a monkey was involved, so they know to give you both treatments. So does all this actually work? Yes, 1,000 times yes. This is an incredibly powerful statistic. There have been 0 noted cases of B virus in people who started PEP within 72 hours of being exposed. 0. It is definitive proof that if you act fast, this is a completely preventable tragedy. Okay, that was a lot of information, I know. So let's boil it all down into a super simple final action plan. Something you can easily remember and maybe even share with someone you know who's traveling. All right, here's your checklist. Number one, prevent. Just don't feed or touch the monkeys. Keep your distance. Number two, act fast. If you get bit or scratched, start that 15-minute wash right away. Three, disinfect, but only after the full wash. Four, seek help. Go to a hospital no matter how small the wound looks. And finally, number five, inform. Make sure you tell a medical staff I was exposed to a monkey. That's it. 5 steps that could absolutely save your life. This whole situation is a really powerful reminder that as we travel more and explore more, the line between our world and the wild is getting blurrier and blurrier. And it kind of leaves us with a bigger question to chew on. In a world where we're coming into contact with wildlife more and more, what other hidden risks like this are we totally ignoring?